First, I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak, Mayor Meek. And I am very similar to Reverend Reeves. I too am a COVID-19 survivor. On December 25th, Christmas Day, I started manifesting symptoms. And I really didn't think anything, I didn't think it was going to be that bad. The vaccine hadn't come out. It looked like I was going to be one of those people who didn't have anything too much going on. Then came the time when I began to do the incessant coughing. I was having shortness of breath to the point where I've described it as feeling like you're suffocating while you're trying to lay in bed. I spent 3 weeks in my house in isolation by myself. And it's the mind games that your fears play on you. And also, back then, it was more difficult to obtain health care for me, although that I am fully insured. So, because you'd go in and some people would say, we can't treat you. What I want to do is I want to encourage those people who perhaps are like me. You have other health impairments that you could be diabetic or have high blood pressure, or you could be perfectly healthy. I want to encourage them to take the vaccine. I was one of the persons who said, I don't know, they got through with that vaccine awfully quick. It didn't look like they took the time to fully vet it. I'm not sure about this, but the good Lord willing, he really did deal with me when I was in isolation and quarantine during that time. I realized that this is a fight for your life, that it's a fight for you to be able to do the things that you really, really want to do and to live your life to the fullest as God intended. And so I want to encourage everyone to take the vaccine. I encourage everyone as an African-American female, everyone in my community. I know that you have the choice, as Reverend Reese was talking about. I was contemplating this, but it is so important for you to take care of your health first, not just for you, but for your children. I've heard that some of the patients are getting younger because they're not being vaccinated. And that scares me as a teacher, as a woman, as someone who has dealt with young people all of these years. I encourage everybody to go out and get this vaccine. I know that people are scared. All I can tell you is pray about it and go forward. I'm telling you, I spent many hours when I was in quarantine, realizing that I had to wait a significant amount of time to take the vaccine. So I want to encourage you and just tell you that for me, I took the Moderna, and the first injection, I had no problems whatsoever. The second time, the biggest thing I had was fatigue. And compared to the time I spent not being able to breathe, not being able to, being afraid to go to sleep on my back, or if I would fall on my back, it's the peace of mind that I have now. And the last thing, and I'm going to shut up, is just to tell you that about 2 weeks ago, I had an exposure again. It was such a relief because when I went back and got retested, I was negative. And that's my little testimony.
Ms. Hicks, that is so powerful. I just can't thank you enough for joining us today and saying that incredible story, that incredible testimony. We thank you. We thank you for joining us, and we thank you as you're gearing up to go back to school this year. Come on, one more thing.
I work at another school. It's year-round, so we've been in school the whole time, and it's another level of peace when you're working in the community and in the public to just know that you have a measure of protection.